Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And so we are going to be starting our first Easter diamond. And this one is called Three Crosses. So this is the one that we're going to be doing. This is our first Easter diamond. So maybe it's easy to go over. We need green, blue, brown, and then purple and either pink or lavender. I'm going to put lavender in the middle instead of those pinks. So that's the only four colors you're going to need to do this pattern. And we are going to start with green and chain 2, and then we're going to start in the second chain from the hook. Alright, with a single crochet and 2 doubles. And that is the first square. So this is also called a falling leaf stitch, and each square is going to be a falling leaf stitch. So this is also row 1. Row 1 has 1 square. Chain 2 and turn. In the second chain from the hook, we're going to do that again. Make that falling leaf stitch. It's a single crochet and 2 doubles. Alright, because this is row 2, we need 2 squares. So your second square will be, you're going to skip the next 2, and in the third stitch over, you're going to put another one of those squares or falling leaf stitches. And there is row 2 finished. Okay, chain 2 and turn, and you're going to always chain 2 and turn at the end of each row. So we're going to, as always, start in a second chain from the hook with our first square. And this row is row 3, so we need 3 squares. So we're going to skip the first 2, and in the third one we're going to put another falling leaf stitch. And it always happens that this third stitch is that single crochet, that first single crochet that you made in the falling leaf stitch. And then, and to do the third square, we're going to skip 2 and go to the last one here and put the falling leaf stitch in that last stitch. And there is row 3. Alright, so chain 2 and turn. And here again in the second chain from the hook. We'll be doing this same thing for the first 25 rows. And then, so we need 4 in this row because it's row 4. So skip 2, and in the third one, make another one. And skip 2, and make another one. Skip 2, and make another one. And there, you should have 5 in this, or 4 in this row, because it's row 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 2 and turn for row 5, and then you should have 5 squares in this row, because it goes up, every row goes up by 1. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is number 5. Chain 2 and turn. And this is row 6, so we're going to need 6 of them. And we start this the way we always do, in the second chain from the hook. There's 2. Three, 4, 5, and here is 6. And there we have that. So we have 6 rows, and that's what it looks like so far. So let's mark off those 6 rows. So those rows were easy because they were all one color. Alright, so we are going to start 7, row 7, and row 7, we're going to chain 2 and turn. We are going to bring blue in. So in the first one, in the second chain from the hook, we're going to start with green. And then we need to switch to blue. And then we only need 1 blue here. So the next one is blue. And I'm carrying that green with me because I need to switch over. So in order to do that, I only did this last stitch halfway. So I'm going to put this blue over here because that blue is going to stay there. I'm not going to carry it. I don't need it for the rest of the row. So the rest of the row then is 5 green. So we're just going to switch. We switch to green. And that was 1. This is 2. 3. 4. And this is 5. And that is what row 7 is supposed to look like. So let's mark that one off. And row 8 is up next. And then row 8, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And we are going to need 6 green. So, starting in the second chain from the hook, we're going to start with our first green one. And then we need 5 more. So, there is 2. 3. 4. 5. Now we need to switch to blue. And now we need 2 blue and a green to finish off this row. No, wait a minute, what did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh goodness, it's not 2 blue, it's 1 blue. I need another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need another green yet. Here's number 6. I need 6 green. And then 1 blue and a green to finish off this row. And we'll make sure that we carry this green with us. And switch over back to green and put green in this last stitch right here. All right, and there's row 8. So we'll mark that off, row 8, and now we need row 9. Chain 2 and turn. And let's start our first green one in the second chain from the hook. And then we're going to bring in the blue, and this is where we needed the 2 blue. I was 1 ahead. All right. So we need 2 blue here. We'll make sure that we carry this green with us. We need it down the way. So there's 1. And 2. Bring back the green. And we'll finish this off with 6 green. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green. and that's what it should look like. Row 9 is done. Row 10 is up. So we're going to chain 2 and turn. And we have our first green one. And we are needing 6 green again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Switching over to blue, and we need 3 blue and a green should finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 'and then the green one is last, and that's what it looks like. Well, should look like. Alright, so row 10 is done. Row 10 also should have 10 squares. So row 11, we're going to chain 2 and turn, and start our first square in the second chain from the hook. And then we need to switch to blue. Alright, so we need 3 blue again. So there's 1, 2, 3, and we'll leave that blue behind. And now what we need is 7 green to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so chain 2 and turn. This is what it should look like. This is row 11. Let's mark that off and get ready for row 12. Well, the brown is going to be coming in. Alright, so in the second chain from the hook, we're going to start our first green square and then do 6 more. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. We should have 7 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 more. 7. And now we're going to bring in the brown. And then I need to so we need 1 brown right here. Alright, and bring in the blue. And we need 3 blue. Oh, wait a minute. No use in carrying that brown because we don't need that brown anymore. But we do need to carry the green. You do need the green. Alright, so we need 3 blue and a green to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then back to green. And then that is what row 12 looks like. Chain 2 and turn. And we're going to start our first green square in the second chain from the hook and switch to blue. And we are needing 3 blue. So there's 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna bring up our brown, which is right here. Now we need 2 brown. We're going to leave the blue here. I'm not going to carry that blue, just the green. Alright, so there's 1. And this is 2. And then we're going to switch over to green. Leave the brown behind. And now we just need 7 green. And then we'll have it. 7 green finishes off this row. So there's 2, or this is 2. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's that. So this is row 13 finished. So chain 2 and turn. And we are going to start the first square in the second chain from the hook. And we need 7 green. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And then we are switching to blue, it looks like. So we're just going to carry this over here and then try to We're going to cover it up. Alright. We're also going to bring this brown up. So we need a blue, just a blue here. Hang on. Let me make that tight. Alright, and now we're going to switch over. Alright, wait a minute. Green, blue. Switch back over to the brown. And we are needing 2 brown, it says. Hang on. I need to, yeah, pull that over there. There we go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Sorry, guys. We messed this up already. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We only needed 7. So it means I've got to carry this blue a little bit further over. And there's that. So we need a blue here. Then let's carry this blue with us. And then we need to bring up the brown. Now we need 2 brown. Alright, that looks a lot better. So there's 1. And 2. Alright. So we're going to leave this brown behind. And now we need blue. And I need 3 blue and a green to finish off this row. So there's 1. 2. 3. And then here's the last one is the green. And that is what it should look like. Alright. So that was row 14. Row 15. Chain 2 and turn. Alright, so we start with the green as we always do, and then we need to go to a blue. And we need to put 3 blue in. So there's 1. 2. And 3. Well, we need to carry this blue with us. So I don't know why I'm switching off the green, because I need to switch off the brown. Alright, so green, blue, brown. And we need the 2 brown. So there's 1. The heck? 2. And now we switch off to blue, leaving this brown right here. We are not going to need that the rest of the row. And we are putting a blue one in here. While we're still carrying this green with us, of course. Alright. Now we're going to switch off the green. And we need 8 green to finish off this row. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. And there you have it. So this is the row 15, and you should have 15 squares now. Row 16. Chain 2 and turn. And we're going to start our first square in the second chain from the hook. And then we continue with the green. We need 8 green to start out with, 8 of them. So this is 2. Let's see if I can count it out right this time. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8. Alright, and then we're going to switch to blue. And we need 2 blue. And we're going to still carry that green with us, because we're going to need it on the last one. So we have 2. There's 1.
Lisa's going to come here to pick him up, Kendra. Okay?
Yeah. Go up and tell Nano I'm videotaping.
Lisa's coming here. The grandma's sleeping. She's sleeping. Oh.
Alright, so 2 blue. And 2 brown. Alright. 2 brown. Now we need a blue. And a brown. So it's blue, brown, blue, green is how this is going to come out. That'll finish it off. So that's the last of the brown. We need a blue. I'm leaving that brown there. I'm not carrying that with me. And then we need a green. And then the last one is green. Alright, and that's what it looks like so far. That's row 16.
All right.
17 is coming up next. Chain 2 and turn. And then we're going to switch off to the blue. And we are needing 1 blue. And now we need to switch off to the green. A brown, not green. We're doing brown. So now I need 4 brown. So there's 1. Two. 3.
Did you want anything?
and 4.
You don't want a banana or nothing?
And then we need to switch back to blue. We're going to switch off to blue, leave this brown here. We need to carry our green with us. We need 3 blue. So there's 1. 2. And 3. And then we need 8 green to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that is what it looks like. That's row 17. Okay, so now row 18 is next. So we're going to chain 2 and turn. And in the second chain from the hook, again, we're starting with our green. And then we need to put 7 more in there. So you need a total of 8 green. Again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we need to switch over to our blue. Let's make sure we had 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes. Alright, and then we need 4 blue. While we're carrying this green with us. So there's 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. And then we need to go to brown. Bring these forward. Yes. So now we need 3 brown. So there's 1. 2. And 3. Go to blue, and now we're going to leave that brown behind. We need 2 blue and a green to finish off this row.
She's here. Yeah, I got it. I'm going to carry this.
There we go. So there is, that was row 18. Row 19, we're going to chain 2 and turn. And we're going to start the first square in the second chain from the hook, as we usually do. And go into blue. Switch over to blue. We are needing 3 blue. So there's 1. 2. And 3. Now we need to go to brown. Wait a minute. Before I switch over, I need these 2 to come forward. I don't want to get these tangled. Alright. So now we just need 2 brown. So there's 1. And 2. And then we're going to blue. So we're going to switch over to blue. We're going to carry this brown because we're going to need this brown again. So we're going to, we need 4 blue. So there's 1. 2. Three. And this is 4. And then we're going to switch over to brown. We're going to leave this blue behind. So I need one brown here. And then switch over to green. And we should have 8 green to finish off this row. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. And that is row 19. And that's what it should look like. See row 19. I'm going to put it right up here. There you go. Row 19. Row 20 is next. And we're going to chain 2 and turn. There we go. All right. So we are going to start the first one and the second chain from the hook as we normally do. We need 8 of these. 8 green, it looks like. So there's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And we need to switch over to brown next. And we need 2 brown. While we're carrying this green with us. Alright, so we need 2 brown. So there's 1. And 2. So, now we need blue. And now we need 3 blue. While we're carrying the brown with us, because we're going to need it for this other cross over here. So there's 1. 2. 3. Alright, so back to brown. And we need 3 brown again. No, not again. We just need 3 brown. We just did 3 blue, now we're doing 3 brown. So there's 1. 2. 3. And switching back to blue, we need 3 blue and a green to finish off this row. So we're going to leave the brown here. And now I just need 3 blue and a green. And this cross is almost done. So there is row 20. You can see it. There you go. See it right there. That's row 20. And what it should look like. Row 21. We're going to chain 2 and turn our work. And then the second chain from the hook, we're going to make our first square, which is green. Alright, and bring that forward. Then we need to bring the blue in. And we need 3 blue. So there's 1. 2. 3. And then we're going to go brown. And we need 4 brown. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. Is that right? Green, 3 blue, 4 brown. Alright. And now we need to go to blue. Carrying this brown with us. We're going to need it. down the way. We need two blue. Two blue. And then go back to brown. And we need 3 brown. And then 8 green. Which means we're not going to need that blue anymore, so let's leave the blue behind. So it's at 3 brown, yeah, 3 brown and 8 green. And leaving that brown right there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is 8. And there's what it looks like thus far. I can get that in the camera for you. Okay. That was row 21. Let's start with row 22. Chain 2 and turn. And then in the second chain from the hook, we will start our square, our first square. We will make our first square in the second chain from the hook, and now we need 7 more. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, now we're going to switch over to brown. And we need, no, we're not switching over to brown. We need blue down here. Hang on a second. So we are actually bringing this blue up. All the way down here. So we need one blue here. And then we need 3 brown. So, switching over to brown. We need 3 brown next. So there's 1. Two. And 3. So 3 brown and 2 blue. So let's switch over to the blue. We still need to bring this brown with us. So what we need now is 2 blue. Switch back to brown. And then we need a, so brown, blue, brown. And then switching over to blue. So the first, then this next 3 is going to be brown, blue, brown. So let's put a brown in here. And then a blue. And then a brown. And then we go back to blue while we're leaving this brown behind. And we should have 4 blue. 4 blue and a green to finish off this row. So there's 1. Two. 3. And 4. Switching over to green, putting green in this last one. And there you have it. So that is row 22. '23 is next. We're almost done with this video. Alright, so chain 2 and turn. Alright, so we're switching off to blue then after this green. And nope, we're not. I need 2 green first. I'm putting 2 green in here. We're getting closer to the corners. That's why. Alright. Now, we need a blue. And we need 8 blue. Wow, we need 8 blue going across there. That cross must be finished. So, there's 1. 2. 3. 4. I'm going to pick up this brown and bring this brown with me because I need this brown later on. So we're just going to pick that up and just bring it with us. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8. All right. Now let's bring back. We got to bring in the brown. And we need 3 brown. So there's 1. 2. 3. Back to blue. And I'm going to leave this brown here, yes. So back to blue, and we need 2 blue. So there's 1 and 2. Switching off to green. And we are needing 8 green, but I'm not carrying that blue. That blue needs to stay there. Alright. So now we are needing 8 green to finish off this row. There we go. Alright, there's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And that is what row 23 looks like thus far. So row 24. Oh, goodness. Alright, so we're going to chain 2 and turn. And in the second chain from the hook, we're going to start our first square. And 7 more after that, because we need 8 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we're going to go to blue, and we need to put 3 blues in. Did I do that right? Wait a minute. Yeah, that was the next one, yes. Okay. One, 2, bring up this brown, and 3. So now we're going to bring these forward and bring in the brown, and we need 3 of them. So there's 1, 2, 3. So 3 brown. We are not needing that brown anymore. So we're going to leave. Oh, no, we do need it. Alright, I guess we're bringing this brown with us again. I don't know why. 8, 3. Alright, so we're switching over to blue then. And we need 2 blue. Alright, and then we're switching back to brown. And we're going to put 1 brown in. Alright, now we're done with that brown. Switch back to blue. And we need 4 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 'and there's only 2 left. There's something wrong. Something wrong. Hang on a second. What did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did we put 9 in there? Oh, goodness. Alright, sorry folks, but we're going to have to tear this out. Go back and take out that green. We've got too many greens in back here. I thought evidently tonight I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What I'm doing. Alright, so now we're bringing the blue over here. And it was 3 blue. This sort of makes sense now. Alright. Alright, so now we need 3 brown. So 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to switch over to blue again, and we need 2 blue next. And then switching back over to brown this way. We need 1 brown here. Alright. So let's switch back to blue again. Now I'm going to leave the brown here. We need 4 blue. Oh, goodness. So there's 1. 2. 3. And 4. Okay, now this is starting to make sense. Alright, so now we're going to bring in purple. We need the purple next. Oh, come on. It must be all thumbs today. Alright. We do not need to carry this blue anymore. So what we need now is 2 purple and a green to finish off this row. So there's one. Two. And now we're just going to switch over to green. Leave that purple there. And put our green one in here. And that is row 24. Okay, so now we have one more row before we start decreasing. Ouch. All right. We're going to chain 2 and turn. And start our first square in the second chain from the hook. And we need 2 green. Alright, and then we need 1 purple. So 1 purple, and then we're going back to green. And that's not a purple, that's a pink. Alright, never mind. Hang on, I didn't do this right. I wondered about that. We don't need the purple. The purple's going to stay there. Alright. So this is where I said that I'm putting lavender in the middle of my flowers instead of the pink. So you could do whatever you want. I wondered about that because that should have been the middle of that flower. Alright. So we're just going to leave that purple there and then put this lavender in here. And then we go to green. And I'm going to leave that lavender behind because we are not going to need it anywhere else. And we need a green right here. And then now we're going to switch over to blue. But we're going to carry this green with us though. So I am going to need 3 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then we need brown. While we're carrying our blue and our green, we need 3 brown. So there's 1, 2. And 3. Then we need a blue next. We need to carry this brown because we're going to need it again. So 1 blue next. And then back to the brown. And we just need 2 brown. And back to the blue. And we need 1 blue. And back to the brown. And now we need 3 brown. So there's 1. 2. 3. Alright, so we've got 2 green, the lavender, 1 green, 3 blue, 3 brown, 1 blue. Oh. No, I do something wrong again. I think I did. Hang on. I need to back up and figure out what the heck I did here. Alright, 2 green, lavender, green. And then 3 blue. 2 brown. Should have been 2 there. And then we're going to go back to blue. Then we need a blue. Goodness. 1 blue here. Alright, this makes sense now. And then back to brown. And then we need 3 brown here. Yes. One. 2. 3. Switching over to blue. And I should have, we'll leave this brown behind. I should have then 4 blue and 8 green to finish off this row. One, 2, 3, 3, would help if I got the right stitch. There it is. And 4. Now we switch off to the green, leave that blue behind, and we should have 8 green to finish off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so this is what this looks like. Let's see if I can get this in the camera. This whole thing in the camera for you. There you go. So that's what it looks like for 25 rows. Row 26 will start these 2 corners. So there's 25. This is the end of this video, because this is the first half of our diamond. When we come back tomorrow, we will be doing our decreasing on both ends, starting with row 26 and finishing off the last half of the diamond. But I think so far this is coming out pretty cool. So I don't know if you can kind of see this cross over here, and then the big cross is getting ready to start, and the flower up on the top. So this is looking really good. Alright, so I hope you guys are having a lot of fun with this diamond. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye-bye now.